Right, second attempt, bloody phone rang. Brian, on Tuesday, Dr. Brian, just coming to you. Now, I've had a lovely weekend off, I think Friday through Tuesday. So I've had 4 days off and no broadcasting, no work Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We had our Labour Day holiday in New South Wales, which is to celebrate the 40-hour week, which would be a lovely thing if it was as small as that, I have to say. Anybody that's in business knows that that is a fine idea. You can certainly get your business to be more efficient, and if you really own a business, then you're probably not working that many hours in the business, you're working on the business. But for a lot of people in small business, it would be a dream if they only worked 40 hours in a week. And that's often the separation between the governing administrative group or professions and the rest of us, because they are a little bit separated from the people in production. So whether you're a tradesperson, mechanic or a plumber, anybody running a business or an enterprise usually is doing significantly more hours than 40 hours in a week. Now, one of the reasons I've actually got It's Daylight, it's very exciting, is that now on Tuesdays I don't go to the hills, and Dr. Paul Park is now looking after the hills with me Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. And that's really going to bring that practice back to the normal amount of busyness that it's had, and it will free me up to do a bit more good work like this, where I help more of you get great results in your life. Now, one of the exercises that I'm on this week with Thinking into Results, the Bob Proctor program, is redoing Breaking the Terror Barrier. And that is the concept that we usually hit a fear tripwire that stops us doing things that will help us reach our goal. And because we are beautifully complex, we're often somewhat unaware that there is a fear barrier that stops us going forward. And that means that we just stop taking the action we should take. And that is really problematic, because sometimes you're not entirely sure why you're not achieving the results you want to achieve. So the fear can be quite equally spread between a fear of failure and a fear of rampant success. So if you became very successful, what would your friends say? How would you explain it? If you tripled your income and suddenly you're earning, 100,000, 200,000 a year, and your friends are on 50 and 60, and you can suddenly have choices that are beyond their reach. Are you going to just spring them every time you go out? Are you going to have inevitably gravitate to people who can do what you want to do? And then you sometimes feel bad about leaving people behind. Or you have to front up with them and they say, so how's that new business going? And you're saying, oh, it's doing okay. Or, it's really fine. Or you might say, it was a dud and I've given up. And they'll say, I told you so. It was never going to work. You should have stayed with us. Stay with us in a job. We're so comfortable and safe. Oh, but that's often not the case. Sometimes you find that your job goes away and then you really look out looking for a new one, which is pretty confronting as well. So understanding where the fear comes from is pretty important, and then finding ways to break down that barrier. So, the programs, the books are there, and then the process is to read them and implement them. So I'm currently reading Psycho-Cybernetics. Well, I've just started, I've ordered it, and my coach and I were reading it for 20 minutes every night. That's going to be really cool. We're going to really work through it and work at how we reframe our view of ourselves, because that is the key. So, many things to talk about, many things to do. So I think that one of the things to do is often look at things that you want to achieve, look at maybe whether you're moving toward them or whether you're stationary or whether you're actually just skirting them, and that'll help you understand what you might need to do to identify what it is that stops you going where you want to go. And then you can look at how you might work with a program that will help you let that go. So there's all sorts of things from NET, a neuro-emotional technique, one of the chiropractic practices, hypnosis, self-hypnosis. But in the end, whatever it is, you have to do it with consistency, and you have to get inside you to look at how you formed, where that belief came from. It's often something that was installed from your early experience, from your little life. But then you have to work at wearing it down, and there are various processes to do that. But step one is to notice it's there. Step two is to take action and change it. And there's nothing like the success that you feel as you begin to wear things down and make them go away. And I'm finding I'm doing that by consistency with practice. Can't say I've got all the results I want yet, but we're moving in the right direction. So that's my tip for the day. See if you can identify what your terror barrier is, and then comment below. Let us help you and see who else in your immediate community, and this community is often confronted with the same sort of issues, and then we can help each other to move beyond it. Okay, bye for now.